Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how to make this beautiful crochet rose granny square bag. We'll first crochet the rose, then turn it into a granny square and finally join all the squares together. To begin, start with a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around the fingers to form a loop. Insert your hook under the loop and pull the yarn through. Next, chain 1 to secure it in place. Now let's start with row 1. First chain 1, then insert 5 single crochets into the magic ring. To make a single crochet, first insert your hook, then yarn over, pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull through both the loops. Now the second single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now the third single crochet, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Once all 5 stitches are done, we'll gently pull the yarn tail to close the ring. Now we'll make a slip stitch into the very first single crochet. So to make a slip stitch, insert your hook. Now yarn over and pull through both the loops. This completes row 1. Now moving on to row 2, we'll start by chaining 3. Next we'll skip one stitch and insert our hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This is our single crochet. Again we'll chain 3, skip one stitch and make a single crochet. We'll repeat this chain 3 and single crochet pattern a total of 3 times. These chain 3 spaces are going to form the base for our first set of petals. And that finishes row 2. Next we'll begin row 3. In this row we'll be working inside those chain 3 spaces that we created earlier. In the first chain 3 space we'll make 1 single crochet and then 4 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Now make the second double crochet, then the third one, then the fourth one, and then 1 single crochet again. That forms our first petal. We'll repeat the same pattern in the remaining chain 3 spaces, a single crochet, 4 double crochets and a single crochet until we have 3 petals completed in this layer. Once those petals are done, we'll move on to the next round to create the next layer of petals. For this round, we are again going to make chain 3 loops, but this time we'll insert the hook into the center of each petal from the previous round. So we'll again chain 3, insert the hook into the center of the next petal and make a single crochet. Then again we'll chain 3 and insert into the center of the next petal. By doing this, we'll create chain 3 spaces for 4 petals in the next layer. When we make the last chain 3 of this round, instead of finishing it separately, we'll directly begin the next row by inserting a single crochet into the first chain 3 space of the new round. From here, we'll repeat the same petal pattern again. Single crochet, 4 double crochets and single crochet in each chain 3 space to form the 4 petals of this row. In the next rows, we will continue repeating this process, first creating chain 3 spaces behind the petals and then working single crochet, 4 double crochet and single crochet into each chain 3 space to build the next layered petals. In this way, we will get a beautiful full blooming rose effect. You can make as many layers as you want. I am going to make 3 layers in total. This part may look a little tricky or a bit fast on camera, especially since the clip is sped up, but don't worry, just follow the same stitch pattern we've been doing. We are simply repeating the same steps in each chain 3 space to form the next layer of petals. Once you get into the rhythm, it becomes much easier and the rose slowly starts to take shape. We should end up with 4 petals, and these are the petals that we'll be using as the base to turn the rose into a granny square. Take your time while making this part, there's no need to rush and you can always pause or rewind the video if you need to check the stitches again. Okay, so the rose is now done and next we'll start making the leaves around it. Then we'll insert our hook into the space between 2 petals. This is like the inner corner area of the petal layer, and we'll pull the slip knot into that single crochet. Once the yarn is attached, we'll chain 2 and then we'll make double crochet into the same stitch. So now yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Now we'll chain 2 and then we'll insert 2 double crochets again, but this double crochet is going to be a bit different. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, but don't pull through the other 2 loops. So do that again into the same space. Instead of finishing both double crochets separately, we'll pull through all the remaining loops together. This creates a nice leaf shape. Now again chain 2. Now make a single crochet on the top side of the petal. Now we'll again chain 2 and make a double crochet into the next space between the petals. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, don't pull through the other 2 loops and make a double crochet again. Finish the 2 double crochets together. Now chain 2 and make 2 double crochets inside the same space. So this section that we just made forms the first edge of our granny square. Now we are going to repeat the exact same pattern on the remaining 3 sides, working into the spaces between the petals, forming the corner with chains and double crochets, and then single crochet on top of the petal. By repeating this process 3 more times, we'll complete all 4 edges and finish shaping the rose into a proper granny square. Next, we are not going to finish the square in the green color. Instead, we'll switch to our white yarn. We'll slip stitch the white yarn to join it, and from here we'll start working the next round all the way around the square. In the next round, chain 2 and then insert 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space. So for each and every corner, what we'll do is we'll first make 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, then chain 2 and again make 2 double crochets. Now in this round we'll make 1 double crochet in each and every stitch, and whenever we reach a chain 2 space, we'll work 2 double crochets inside that space. Remember that at the corners of the granny square we'll follow a slightly different pattern. In each corner space we'll make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets again. At the end of this round, make a slip stitch into the first stitch, then chain 1, pull the loop and cut off your yarn. Now for this bag we'll need a total of 10 granny squares. On the screen I've shown a layout image so you can see exactly how the squares should be arranged to join the bag. Next we'll see how to attach two granny squares together. To join them we'll place the squares side by side and we'll be working only through the outer loops of the stitches. We'll be making slip stitches along the outer loops. First, make sure the squares are properly aligned. Then make slip stitches across the edge to attach the squares together. You can also get creative here. Instead of white, you can use a pink yarn or even experiment with different colors to match your aesthetic. It adds a really nice contrast and gives the bag a unique look. Here you can see the front view and back view of the two granny squares after joining them. This helps you understand how the seam looks from both sides. Once your squares are arranged in the pattern that I showed you earlier, we'll follow the same joining method and continue attaching all the squares together to form the complete bag structure. Now, once the bag structure is joined, we'll work a single crochet border around the top edge of the bag to give it a clean and finished look. We'll simply make one single crochet in every stitch all the way around the top. This helps even out the edges and make the opening of the bag look neat and sturdy. Next we'll make the strap of the bag. For this strap I'll be making a cord, but this cord can be a little tricky if you are a beginner. So actually I've made a tulip bag before, so you can make the same strap as the tulip bag, or if you want to make a cord then you can follow along with this tutorial. So to make the cord, first chain 2 and then make a single crochet into the first chain. Now you'll notice a small V shape there, and just under that V there is a single line. We'll insert the hook under that line and make another single crochet. After this we'll again see a V shape, but this time under the V there will be two lines. We'll insert the hook under those two lines and make a single crochet. So insert your hook into those two lines and yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through two loops. We'll keep repeating this process, finding the V, inserting the hook under the lines beneath it and making a single crochet until we reach the desired length of the strap. Now once the strap is ready, attach it to the bag. We'll insert one end of the strap into the corner of the granny square right inside the chain 2 space. Then we'll do the same thing with the other side of the bag with the opposite end of the strap. Once both ends are aligned properly, we'll secure them by tying a tight knot. After that, I'll hide the yarn ends neatly so everything looks clean and finished. And with that, a rose bag is complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like the video, comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next. Bye bye.